obviously you want to build distance. This is very little distance right now. Try to keep this high up so it doesn't get tangled. Yeah, good boy. Good job. Stay here with me. Good job. Yeah. Out. Place. Good. So I did two things there. That was a slow scroll up from a 5 to a 9. And then when he stalled for a second, I said place and stood up, which I think helped shoot him over. But this is an easy step. This is like being aware of every little thing that you're doing. We might make mistakes all the time. So just have fun with it. Just go slow to see what's working. Rufus, come. Yeah, good job. So see, I'm trying to keep it loose and up so it doesn't tangle. Out. Okay. So I'm not gonna let up on pressure, but I'm gonna give him a second. He's gonna figure this out. He's a little scared of my table now. Place. Good. Place. There you go. Good job. You see the wariness of the table? So now, because this is not the first time this has happened with a dog where the table spooked him or the chair moving has spooked him. And so now it becomes about overcoming that rather than learning OUT, which is fine. Like we'll do it for a few times and usually they get over it pretty quickly. Or we might use some food and then that they figure it out really quickly. Rufus, come. Rufus. Come here. This is a scary table. Yeah. Yeah, good job. Out. Place. So standing up seems to really help. So I'm going to do that a few times. Rufus, come here. Come. Come on, bud. Come on. Yeah, good job. Good job. Out. Place. Good. Good job. Good boy. Rufus, come. Come on. Come on, again. Yeah, good job. Good job. Would you rather lay over here? I bet you would. Yeah, sure. Get a nice clean one. Out. Place. Yeah. Good job. Good boy. Rufus, come. Good job. Yeah. Good boy. Out. Woo. Better. Good boy. You're still looking at the leash like it's evil, but it's also the sound it's making too. That when it swishes, he looks at it like.
Yeah, like all the little sounds, like when he gets all scared and like every little.
But you can see how normally if someone was trying to teach this at home off of a video and they had that moment, the dog is so uncomfortable and you don't totally know how to work through it, you're uncomfortable, so you give up. That's the standard MO. So they never, like I said, it's not even about teaching out right now, it's about teaching that you gotta trust me and trust this process. Now if the table was still moving, that would be a problem. That is when I would have to switch things up. But it's not moving anymore. We figured out a way to do it without it moving. So I can continue to do this. And for the first few days, it's just, if he was in a board and train, it would be just about building comfort and trusting me that nothing's gonna happen and he can figure this out. Then it would be about teaching out, you know, but most people would give up when they see their dog that nervous, that uncomfortable. That's the standard. And some of it's because they don't know what to do, and then some of it is just because nobody likes to see their dog uncomfortable, which I understand. Rufus, come here. You did so good. Good boy. Out. Good job. do a few more, only because he's doing so much better so quickly. Come here. You're still pouting, but you're doing much better. Yeah. See if I can do it without standing up. Out. Place. Nice. So I still had to stand up. That was a 6 and then an 8. On the 8, I stood up to help him out. But the thing is, it's like, that's the thing. If I stand up every single time, never challenge him, never teach him how to work through things. People want to know how to wean off of food, and it's like, well, if sit is always associated with food, then those two go together. You have to get rid of the food and just say sit. Wait the dog out. Like, you have to get rid of some of your helpers. They're helpers, or communication helpers, to see how the dog is doing. Let them think, let them struggle, then add it back in if you need to, you know. So it's a real process. Well, it's fun for me. I know it's not always fun learning it, but don't put any pressure on yourself to be perfect. Take your time. This has all been problem solving. He didn't do it the way I wanted him to from the very beginning. So that's how you guys need to be at home too. If you're like, this is not even half working the way it did at her house, take a short video and you can Dropbox it to me or something. You know, it's not a big deal. Let me do just a couple more. Rufus, come here. Come here. I bet you are done. Yeah, you did good though. I had to go to a 10, but you did good. Let's go back down. Out. Good job, buddy. Very obvious. So I love to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so he's like figuring it out.
Yep.
Like as you're give him a little
nervous.
Couple seconds and stuff.
Yep. I love that stuff because he very obviously heard the noise and was like, I don't like this noise. And then he was like, but I'm gonna have to go anyway. So the table hasn't eaten me yet, so I'll trust her. I'll go to place, you know. So you start to see that progression. That's all the stuff that we do in the boarding trains, is just feeling things out, reading the dog, playing with things, seeing micro improvements on those low-level stressors. I just want to do one without having to stand up. Rufus, come here. Good job. Oh, good boy. Where's my tail wag? It wags all the time. Where is it? There it is. Out. Good job. I went a little higher on e-collar that time. I went from a 5, and I think I went off the button and then jumped up to like a 7, 8. That's when he was like, but that's him finally thinking. Instead of just autopilot, wanting to be close to me, mouthing the leash, being stressed, that's him thinking. The whole point is lowest level possible to help the dog work through it. And you're teaching, you're not demanding, so there's no corrections. I don't even like the jumpiness he has, but he's a jumpy guy. Like, he's always been like that. So I don't necessarily think I'm too hot on the dial. I also know that's part of a personality quirk he has, but it's always a judgment call, you know? If I really didn't want to use this dial higher than a 5, 6, if I kept getting that jumpiness, I just would not go more than a 5, 6. I would put him on prong collar, so I had better guidance with this, and I'd stand up every time for 3 days. You know, and it's just like, fine, I'll be more considerate, take more time with him, no big deal. Then I'd start to play more with e-collar. This is all judgment calls, guys, you know? It's just all playing around with it. If he was still super jumpy when I would go to like a 7, 8, 9, after a few short sessions of these, where he's doing 10 to 15 reps, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just gonna lay off of e-collar, or just do my 4, 5, 6 at the most, and do heavier guidance, heavier body language to supplement this. It's just all a game, just all playing around. Okay, this would be good for him.